Hey scholars. Welcome to PHDinMe TV, pursuing a higher degree in me. I'm your student teacher, Empress Shona. So listen, I just wanted to come and say Happy New Year. And I also wanted to come and say, just folding my knees up underneath me and trying to get comfortable for this recording. I wanted to say Happy New Year, and I'm excited because this new year is going to be great for all of us who are pursuing a higher degree in ourselves. It's going to be a great new year, okay? And I want to make that proclamation and give you that affirmation so that you will start off on good footing, okay, as you pursue your higher degree. It's going to be an exciting year for PHDinMe TV. I plan on doing weekly videos, at least one video a week, and it's going to be holistic, okay? We're going to be doing everything that is all me. This is a journey, this is my life, and I'm into holistic living, okay? Anchored in my faith, and I've chosen to follow Jesus Christ. I know that that is not, popular for various reasons, and we'll get into that. I know that that is not in vogue right now because of the bad name that unfortunately some people have given to the faith. But I'm not deterred, and I'm excited about presenting, Jesus to you as I follow his teachings. And so, and my hope is that I'm just so blessed and excited about what my faith has done for my life and what it has brought me from, that I just want to share that. And it saddens me that I see the bad name that Jesus has gotten. It saddens me that that because of that, so many people won't even give him a try for their life, and that's just sad and unfortunate. Like, for real, like, even if for so many different reasons, that's just unfortunate. Right? Like, it's just unfortunate. Here's a man who lived a life and he stood for something, right? And I know that there's people that say Jesus is pretend, he's imaginary. So let's just go with that for a while. Although there have been many scholars who have proven, or who have at least agreed, that Jesus Christ was a real life historical figure, and they don't just use the Bible to prove that. There are other documents, historical documents that these historians have used to prove the validity of Jesus's earthly walk, right? That he made his appearance as you and I have. But let's just go ahead and play into the notion that he didn't exist, that he was a mythical character. Can we not learn lessons from mythical characters? One of my favorite mythical characters is He-Man, from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, who, was Adam, and then he became He-Man whenever, he was needed to fight, for the forces of the light and against the forces of darkness. So that's He-Man. He's a mythical character. Can you not learn from a mythical character? Like, you can still learn from a mythical character. So what's the problem? Like, you don't learn from mythical characters? You don't learn from people who have been in history. If he is a mythical character, that just means he's an idea. right? And you don't learn from ideas, you should be learning from ideas, right? So, to me, either way you slice it, there's a message in Jesus. There's a message in Christ. There's a message in Yeshua. Okay? There's a message. And the message is love. And the message is God. And the message is you. Okay? And I'm nothing but empowered by knowing who I am, period, and by knowing who I am in Christ. I'm nothing but empowered, and I grow in that every single day. And I'm bummed when people get into nonsensical things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things if they're not pushing forward in life and rising to that higher degree. Now, if they are, great. If they are interested in Jesus, he would only, following his teachings will only enhance that, right? But if they don't need it and they're pursuing a higher degree, good. That's wonderful too. I'm not that Christian that, because Jesus didn't do it. Jesus never forced anybody to follow him, ever. And if he didn't do it, I'm not going to do it. I don't feel a need that anybody would need to, be forced to follow Jesus. Not at all, right? So that's not where I'm coming from. I'm literally sharing because I know who I am, and I know how my life has been so blessed by being a disciple of Christ. And I just want the same for others who are interested. And that's the one side. And on the other side, I don't go to church. No. To God's glory, I've been delivered from that institutional shenanigans. So no, my family and I, we have church here at my home or wherever we deem it. Generally on Sundays, it's here. And when I say church, meaning we are the church, but we do a Bible study, and we don't fail on that. It's not a lazy Bible study. It's books, paper, pen, devotion, conversation. It's for real. It's a very real Bible study. It's not like in the bed, anything like that. It's effort, and it's legit. Okay, so we do that, but we don't. And then wherever else, if it needs to be not in the house, we will do it there. If we, but it's purposeful, okay, and it's strategic, and we even have communion, and maybe one day that will be a video. But the point is, I'm not that Christian that is traditional. In fact, I'm very unorthodox, okay? So I'm not trying to get you to do anything other than know who Jesus is, understand his teachings, and watch me as I follow them, and join me on this journey. And so if you're a Christian that, love Jesus, but is really disenchanted with church, you may find a certain level of appreciation here on PHDinMe TV as well. I want to encourage all people who are disenchanted with church and are Christian or want to follow Christ. There's a reason to be disenchanted, right? There's a place for it. Well, there used to be. I really don't know nowadays. I really don't know. There's a whole other situation going on now. There used to really legitimately be a place for church. Now I just don't know. I don't know. We will continue to, explore that on this journey as well. But I have no regrets. I'm grateful. And it's interesting because the last church that I was in, for the longest amount of time, because I actually went to another church for a couple of months after that one. But I was told that they didn't think that was the church for me. And I knew right then and there that, I knew before that. I knew before that, and told the pastor of this church that I basically told the pastor of the church things that people don't tell the pastor of the church about themselves. And so, he said, it seems like you lost respect for me. I don't think this is the church for you. And I couldn't disagree. So, my family and I left. We have been there 2 or 3 years or something like that. And pretty much from when that particular church, like a month after they had opened their doors. And so anyway, come to find out, and my husband and I that was what it was. The most hurtful part was that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to some people that I had grown to care about, and who I felt may have cared about, myself and my family. So that was the most, unfortunate part about it. But after that, I had seen a couple of people, and it was a blessing to know that the way they responded, when I saw them, it was a blessing to know that that I had sowed some good seed, right? So for me, that's good enough, Anyway, just only a couple of days ago, my husband and I found out that pastor and his co-pastor have gotten kicked out of that church. Now, we don't know all the details. I'm sure I'll probably run into somebody and find out the details. But, it's neither here nor there, because I already knew they were... I already knew that. And in fact, one of the reasons why I just did move forward without contacting anybody, because I had people's numbers and cell phones. I said I had to leave without saying goodbye, but I could have called people, but I didn't want to, because I knew the people were so, they believed in this guy and his co-pastor, his female co-pastor. Now they both got kicked out of the church that he founded, that he woke up living and breathing every single day. He got kicked out of the church less than a year after he said that he didn't think it was the church for me, aka kicked me out. Kicked me out. So he got kicked out. This man lived and breathed this church, and so did she. Right? So like I said, I don't know the details. I'm sure they'll come up sooner or later. But I can only imagine two things get a person who founded their own church kicked out of that church. Two things. And maybe we'll discuss those two things later on.